Symbaloo, a webisode created by Meg. I am excited to share Symbaloo with you, and this is a visual way to organize all your bookmarks. So the very first thing you're going to do is navigate out to www.symbaloo.com, and we're going to start, and yours won't look like this right at first, but it sure will in a few minutes. This is called a web mix. A web mix, and you can create all different types of web mixes. What I love about this is you can have a web mix for your math resources, for your science, whatever you teach, you could have a different web mix. But just like most of the other Web 2.0 tools, we don't have to start from scratch. We can see what else is out there. This is, right now, in this snapshot in time, my favorite Web 2.0 tools. Now, they're not super pretty yet, because you can see that some have pictures and some just have words. And I'll walk you through how to get the pictures. I prefer the pictures over the words, especially if you work with younger children. They're going to be able to go to the icons much easier than they are going to go to the words. So I have a little cleanup to do, but I'm getting started. First, you add a web mix. You have to decide what you want to call your web mix. So on the left, I made my own because I wanted my own web mix. And then we can also go out into the gallery and search to see, hey, maybe somebody's ahead of me. You can't believe how many people have already created web mixes on all different topics. And you can always change the web mix, which is key. That's why we can't reinvent the wheel. We can't work any harder. We have to work smarter. So go into the Symbaloo gallery and look around before you start from scratch. And so if you choose to start from scratch, I know some people have control issues. If you want to start from scratch, this is what it's going to look like. Think about it as your blank screen, and you're going to be creating your own web mix. So think of a short title. Do you see across the top? All the titles are there. If you pick some big one, it's not going to fit on the tab. So do whatever you need, but pick a short name for that. Now let's say you want to add Skype to your web mix. What you do is you go up and search because you want to find somebody that's already made the button, the icon for Skype. You can make your own, but why start from scratch again? Now, if you notice right above, so we got the Skype, we've got a couple choices, so you can pick which. I like the big S. It's easier to use, but some people like the word. But if you also look above that bar where the icons are, we found 36 web mixes that also had Skype in there. So you know what? Instead of going out to the gallery and search, now you might go, ooh, now let me just look at those because maybe they have some additional ideas. Well, maybe not. What you do, I told you like the big S. I just drag the big S to whatever coordinate I wanted. So what I tend to do is I keep in my web mix, I kind of keep coordinates, like I kind of group things so they're all together. Even if it's not complete at this point, I find that easier for me to navigate. Personally, I love the Google search right in the middle. I think you can change it, but I haven't mastered that yet. And so here's one that's a little more populated, and you can see this one looks much better than mine because it has more of the icons, and if it doesn't have an icon, it has pictures. And like, for example, if you look at the middle of the pink, and the color coding really, really helps, especially when you work with students. I was going to say young students, but students of all ages. Color code, go to the pink. That really helps. So I'm going to guess if we clicked on games and toys, we're going to click out to somebody else's web mix about games and toys. That's it. You can get up and running, save your Symbaloo, and then your Symbaloo is tied to your username, and all you need to do is bookmark your Symbaloo once on a computer in the back of the room or wherever you want, and that way all your web mixes will be right there. So thanks for joining me for this webisode.